Huh? 49 miles per hour gust tomorrow at the track. Your girl about to be picked up by the wind like E.T. and sent back to the motherland. Damn. Right now I'm heading to the track. The reason why I gotta pull over in a random spot is because my allergies is so bad. I can't really open my eyes. I know you want to say because I'm Asian, huh? Psych, I said it first. And it's getting dangerous to drive. So I gotta pull over real quick and like close my eyes to rest a little bit. I still have like, I believe over an hour to get to the track. And I woke up late too because I couldn't sleep last night. So today's not good. Maybe I'll just miss the first session. Oh my god, this is not my hand shaking. It's literally the truck shaking from how strong the wind and gust is. You see all those, what are those? Dust? Pollen? Can you see the field? Going crazy. Ooh, I'm not going out there. I'm staying in here. Whoa, look at the grass over there going crazy too. Damn. It was so windy that day. I ended up only doing 4 out of 7 sessions and even only riding for like half a day, right? I still got this sunburn. It is so bad. I basically have no melanin in my body or something. I don't tan. I just go straight to getting burnt. Last season, I did try to wear a headstock to cover my neck and help with that. But because like the constant movement, the wind, and also like the sweat all combined together made the headstock rub my face and my neck so much so that after that track day, I literally peeled for a week straight and it was not fun. So I'll rather just get sunburn instead of healing like a damn snake for a week. I should look into finding stronger sunscreen because it's still only spring and I'm already sunburned this bad. Imagine summer. Ooh, I don't want to imagine. So yeah, wish me luck. When I wear my janky ass pants with holes, you already know I'll be working in the garage. New parts came yesterday for my bike. So I already have the adjustable. God, do you hear my joints crack? God damn, I'm old as fuck. Anyways, so the light speed is already the most adjustable rear set that I could find for my bike. But even with these, I couldn't hug the tank at all. I can only hug the lower section, which normally people don't do that. And also, if I'm scooted to the right to prep for like upcoming right turn, my legs aren't long enough to change gears. So I always have to like sit centered, change gears, and then scoot my butt over to prep for the right, which obviously delays my turn time. Now with this installed, and then the rear set's gonna be raised up here, right? And maybe I can hug the tank now. Maybe I can change gears when scooted to the right now. We'll see. Oh, and besides installing the extension kit, I'll also be changing the brake fluid and the engine oil for both my bikes. Yeah. And if you're wondering why is there a measuring cup for engine oil change, get off my back. At least I'm doing engine oil change myself. God damn. No, I'm just not mechanically inclined, so I have a fear of over or under feeling it. So I just want to be sure, don't want to mess it up. So yeah, that's why. I just installed the extension kit right here. I know my knees are bending more, but I'm not really hugging the tank more. I don't know. I don't really see a difference. Good news is I now am able to change gears when my butt is scooted to the right. Bad news is I can only do it with regular civilian shoes. Unfortunately, the track boots is just bulkier. So even with the extension kit, my legs are simply not long enough. But when I did test like to scoot my butt over, side by side and also like pretend that I'm leaning and stuff, I do feel like with this extension kit, my body positioning is a lot more natural. So I am intended to keep these on despite not able to change gears still. On the rear brake side, the wires and tubes right here is a tight fit. One adjustment I do need to make is this tube right here to the rear brake reservoir. I do have to trim it down. As you can see, I did little by little in increments just to make sure I don't overcut it. And if you guys are wondering, well, that's a permanent change. What if down the road I try to sell this bike and the buyers don't want this extension kit because, they're regular height? I mean, it's just a tube. I can always just get a replacement. It's not that hard. And I actually don't ever intend on selling this bike because if I upgrade and get a 600, that will be my street only bike and this will be converted to my track only bike. Maybe I even get like track dedicated fairings and everything. Who knows? I don't know. Haven't decided yet. But if we look at numbers, right? I've ridden this bike for a year and 4 months and I've racked up about 7,000 miles. But I would say like 95% of it is from track. The last 5% is from canyons. I simply don't ride it on the street enough for me to justify getting a third bike just for the street. And the thing is, I don't even think I track enough because my second actual track only bike, the last time I ran it was 2 months ago. I feel so bad, like I'm neglecting him. The fact that I already feel so bad not able to give him the love I give to my 400, imagine I have a third bike that I also couldn't provide for. Oh my god, I'm gonna feel extra bad. I don't even want to think about it. You know, with that bullshit, I gotta lock the fuck in and finish the job. So I already bleed the rear brake reservoir because I gotta cut the tube and everything, you know, that whole jazz. So the only thing left is bleed the front, and then it's actually past midnight. It's like 12:30 a.m. right now, and I haven't done it yet. So after this, I'm gonna call it a night, and then tomorrow I will do the engine oil change for both of them. Yay!
The next day.
Gulp, gulp, gulp. Drink up, my boys. I got track tomorrow, and it's currently almost 9:30 at night, but I still haven't loaded my bike up because I got sidetracked and I lost track of time. Since the sun is out, I need my handy dandy little lighty light so I can see what I'm doing. But loading it should take like around 30 minutes, no more than an hour, because this is gonna be my 7 track day, 7 week in a row. So I have a lot of practice. You know, I had 6 other times to get used to it. All right, took me 20 minutes. Let's go. It's lunch right now, so I'll give you guys my first impression of the extender for my rear set. A pro is that because it's a lot higher, so it actually takes less effort for me to scoot my butt from side to side. I still haven't tried to downshift, so like click up because I run GP when my butt is scooted to the right, because I tested it at home when my bike is on the stand and I just couldn't reach. So I'm a little nervous to try here, especially that I'm trying to push a certain area, so I don't want to ever like go into like false neutral or not be able to shift, you know. Maybe afternoon, like I'll do like a couple laps slower just to test it. So because some riders left early, that's why the afternoon sessions got even better with traffic. That's why I ended up pushing instead of testing it out. I completely forgot to slow down. As for the condo, because my legs are like, knees are like bending a lot more, so it gets so tiring. Like I understand why now like the MotoGP riders right before a turn they kind of like do this to like ease the soreness or the pain or fatigue on the knee, because whoa. So I don't know, I gotta go to the gym to do some like knee strengthening workout or something. I don't know what there is, I gotta Google or something. Also, I bought better sunscreen meant for the body for my neck. Like the consistency is like thicker, so I think it's stronger, and also it has higher SPF. So far I reapplied once on my neck. It doesn't burn anything, there's no like excessive redness, so I think it's working. Also, like a funny story, and this shows how bad I am at recognizing people, like their face, their name, and everything, right? So don't feel bad if we have met or talked and then I don't remember you, because okay, so after the first session, as I'm like entering my pit, right, like somebody followed me, like this random person that I don't know, and then I took off my helmet and he's like, oh my god, how many track dates have you done since last time I saw you? You got a lot faster. And then so I looked at his helmet, his leather, his bike, his eyes. I was like, I don't recognize anything. And then I listened to his voice. I also don't recognize this person. I'm like, whose mess is this, bro? Help! And then after that, like, he just left. So then I'm like, okay. And then I think back to last year, I was like, I don't remember hitting next to somebody with that color bike, because usually I would at least remember the bike color, you know, because his bike color is like unique, okay? And then like shortly after that, like I kind of like checked my tire pressure, whatever, and then a second guy stopped by. And then he started talking to me, was like, oh my god, like I thought you're not tracking this year because I don't see a Miata in any track days. I was like, what? Who are you again? But then the second guy actually did mention like an event that happened last year or something, and then I was like, oh, so you're that stranger that I pitted with one time. And then like he was kind enough to help me like load my bike onto my Miata. That's why I was like, oh, I remember who that is. But then he told me that he got brand new fairings on his bike. So that's why I was like, that's why I don't recognize it. And then I'm like, maybe the first guy also got new fairings, so probably that's why I don't recognize him. And this also extends to social media as well, right? Like I have DM like people through my bike account, and then they change their profile picture and I'm like, who is this new person that's talking to me, like, and they're continuing a conversation that I have no idea what they're talking about. So I have to like scroll up and then like reread the history and be like, oh, so it's that person. And then I continue the conversation like nothing happened. So then you guys would never know. I don't know what they're practicing today. Whee! Okay, I should stop swinging and take a nap. Oh, why am I on the other side of the truck now? That's because a strong gust came and it blew in a way where like it made the canopy flip upside down onto the bed of my truck. And then thank God like 4 nice grandpas came to help me. Like without them, I don't know how am I gonna get the canopy down from the truck. So and then they helped me like anchor at like better spots. And also like this side, like the wind apparently is blowing this way now, so then it shouldn't flip over anymore. So yeah, I should be good, but damn. That was so embarrassing. But yeah, thank you so much for their help. Yesterday at the track, this bike was perfectly fine. Nothing's wrong with it. But then this morning, I think it's coming from the rear shock. I already made an appointment to bring this bike in for service next week. Good news is I actually don't have any upcoming track days for like a month or so, which means I have plenty of time to get it done and I don't have to miss out on anything. Bad news is I had actually made plans to ride with the homies in 2 days to the canyons, but safety first, so I'm gonna cancel my plans and sit on this one. You know, gotta be responsible right here. Since I'm in a yapping mode, might as well tell you guys one more funny incident that happened yesterday. I was told if there's traffic at the track, instead of staying behind them, exit the track, come through hot pits, and re-enter. By that time, the traffic will be way ahead. Since yesterday's track is a relatively small track, so traffic built up very easily. Ended up re-entering the track like at least once every session. And because of that, the grid staff kind of got concerned because they thought something was wrong with my bike. But I just told them like, oh, it's because of traffic. So they kind of like recognized me because of this interaction, right? And so one of the laps, because I'm trying to pass the person in front of me, and so I kind of like set myself up in a way where I'm staggered but on the tail, in a way where it's gonna make it easier for me to pass them in the next corner. The grid people saw that and was like, oh, she hunt the people in front of her down, right? And then they started making bets on me to see how many laps it's gonna take me to pass the bike. And then it turns out it took me like 2 laps for that one, and then the next bike I'm hunting down, they were like, oh, she's gonna take like 2 laps this time, and then this instructor said it's gonna take me a lap. And before the next lap, I already passed that person, because by the time I passed grid again, that like they saw me, I was already like hella far ahead. So the instructor that won actually came to talk to me at the end of the track day when I'm packing up, just to tell me this whole incident, right? And he's like, yeah, you made me hella money, which, stop the cap. I know you lying. Ain't no way y'all gambling. What the hell? But if they did, give me a damn cut, shit. That instructor, right, in the next session, he actually went out in my group and he told me he thought I was easy to pass. He is actually the second person within the last month who has told me that it took them some effort to like chase me down to pass me. So I'm like, wow, so I'm actually decent enough that I gotta make people work for it? Oh shit, y'all gotta stop buttering me up, cause I gotta stay humble. But yeah, I'm so happy. This is currently my favorite compliment. But okay, I still have a lot of improvement. So, you know, I'm not gonna get cocky. Don't worry, guys. I'm still very humble.